Still hate that thing. But
well, at least I didn't have to push anything on the phone this time.
There you go. See?
Something positive out of the last 72 hours.
And hey, shout out to the idiot, the new commentator. At some point, I don't know when the hell it's here before Money in the Bank, so apparently it's probably sometime right before.
The bald guy in the middle.
The idiot.
Jimmy.
I don't give a shit what his name is. Talking about a mosque and saying, well, he's like 7 feet, like a million feet tall. There's some things you can't teach. Like, for the love of God. I already heard enough people chant, he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. No shit, stupid. We went over it for 2 years. For the love of God. Don't encourage them to bring back Cass yet. Don't even, like...
Nah, he's pretty much set an impact for now.
He's
got to deal with them.
I don't give a rat's faucet. Like, some things you can't teach. Well, congratulations, dickhead. We went over this for a very long time. Get with the program, moron. Like, at one point, we had tens of thousands of people telling us that same exact thing. He's better than the last guy they had, but the last guy only lasted like 10 minutes because they started going on the road, and so, well, it didn't, work for him. But I mean, he fits. He does a good job. But for the love of God, obviously, you can't teach someone to be like 7 foot, however the hell he is. I saw one of the ladies in the one autograph groups that I'm in for wrestling. Like, she was there. I mean, I don't know if she's really that short. But I mean, Jeff made her look like a dwarf. I mean, you're looking over her. Amos is just... For the love of God, child. He's 7 million feet tall. It's scary. It's actually terrifying.
Yeah. You need to shush it. Excuse me. Sorry. Had to let him know.
It's one of those days, but we can get into Money in the Bank. Oh, and how about another small thing before we get into that? At Brittany's conservatorship hearing, like last week or whenever that most recent one was, there were actually people chanting, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, Brittany's attorney's got to go." So there you go. It has gotten that ridiculous. Britney Spears fans are stealing it. You know what that means? Hey, hey, ho, ho is no longer cool. It was killed by a bunch of weirdos. But hey, it's getting around. Once Britney's people are in there, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like the Fandango thing, when everyone was doing it all over the world, and then, well, it's... The Yes thing never gets old, though. But now, on to the shocker, which is a Money in the Bank, pre-show. I mean, who didn't see that coming? For months now. However long it took Jimmy, like when he came back, I mean, pretty sure we said it immediately when he showed up. And
especially a post match where Jimmy decided to lick the belt. I don't know if he was just out of body experience, thinking he was finishing a margarita glass, licking the salt, sugar, whatever he decides to take on that. Maybe too soon. Probably shouldn't say that. Alcoholism is a disease. But that was just kind of weird.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But again, I knew it was going to happen, so. Peacock didn't piss me off yet, so I was just really bracing myself.
Yeah, that was a real. Yeah, I really wanted to actually see the part where Rick Boogs was playing Randy Orton's theme and Matt Riddle was singing Randy Orton's theme, and then King Nakamura was actually doing the Randy pose. I didn't actually get a chance to go back and watch it. From what I hear, it was pretty funny. And thank you, Peacock, for
ruining that up. I didn't even attempt. Like, I just closed it, put it back on, finished it like the last 5 minutes of the damn thing once it finally turned on, because it takes 8 years for the app to load in the first place. You're still Peacock. Well, that's great, dick. Congratulations, Sally. Holy shit. We can get this whole thing going here on Zoom in less time than it takes Peacock to just load.
Yeah. Fact.
Which is amazing, by the way. But Anyway, stop picking on Peacock. Because there's many people that were mad. There's many people that are going to continue to be mad. Because,
Vince wants to make money and doesn't care.
hey, tell that to all like 953 people he's let go in the last like 4 months.
Yeah.
They know. But the biggest, I mean, like you were right. I'll give you that. For Nikki, you were right. I said it would be great. She has it, but I just don't see them actually, like Vince actually just giving a damn and doing anything.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
but and that was, what makes sense was Alexa, but what is best for business, since Vince was so high on this whole superhero thing, it'll work out.
No, I mean, I was just happy to see him do it. I mean,
yeah,
I was happy to at least they actually pulled the trigger on something, which again, I said it would make sense, but it's still Vince. Like he stopped the Hell in a Cell match. He's kind of lost his shit in recent years. He's gone. He's worse than I am. That's saying something. Him on a good day is worse than me on a really bad day. But he did it, and the pop was great. I mean, the pop, I still want to say that when they showed like Naomi, the split-legged moonsault to beat Alexa in 2017, like when they're showing like, oh, look what she did to catch, like that was the ugliest moonsault of all time, and she didn't even really hit Alexa. So I noticed that in the video thing. And I hate discus clotheslines. I wrote that down because they just make me want to rip my hair out. For anyone that knows, there's enough back there to very nicely rip out. And well, I mean, Tamina still can't take Hurricane Rana or anything, so that happened. And the biggest pop of the whole entire match is when Alexa took off that damn skirt.
Yes, it was.
Like the biggest, never mind Nikki winning. Alexa's ass got the biggest pop of the whole entire match.
Yeah.
So welcome back, Alexa.
For anyone that body shamed her, shame on you. Go get a life.
Go do things that we're not allowed to say.
Yeah.
But if you want to hear me say them, find the other show.
Yeah.
I'll say them there. I am not afraid.
2 words: walking cliff. That's it. All we need to do. Those 2 words. That's it.
Like, have you ever watched the movie Dark Shadows? No.
Or go imitate a lemming. There you go. Imitation is a form of flattery, so do us all a favor.
Here you go. Do what I did November 27th, 2019. Those that are in the know, they're in the know.
Yeah.
Do the world a favor and do that because, well, you should, because you're kind of a terrible human being.
Yeah. But speaking of the women Raw Women's Championship match, you'd have to say that Charlotte and Ripley match really.
See, now you're going all out. Now you're going all out of order on me and making me jump all over God's creation.
You mentioned the women's Money in the Bank, which we all know what happened after the cash in, so we might as well go just.
Except guess what? That was on Monday. We're going in order here. Continuity, dear Watson. Continuity. In order. I even took notes this time. Like I am prepared.
We were already touching up on the women's Money in the Bank match, so.
Yeah. Now it's completely different than the Raw Women's title. We all knew what was going to happen. I was trying to not talk about it because everyone was right. You were right. I was right. Dan was right. The whole world was right. And guess what? Everybody in that arena let them know when they were chanting, "We want Becky," the whole time. Hasn't been on TV in a year. Virtually. I mean, it's been longer than a year, actually, for roughly, whatever. Like she's home breastfeeding the kid and she's still like
Rover.
No one gave a damn about what was going on in that match because they knew what was going to happen. Just like no one gave a damn when they did it the next night again because we haven't seen the match. Let's see, Mania.
Last night made
5 times in the last 10 minutes. No one cared. No one gave a damn.
But it was a good match last night, though, or that night.
It was a good match. I just find it, the only really thing that I wrote down besides
Repetitive.
how awesome the "We Want Becky" chant was like, yeah, but here's your sign. They're doing the same thing for 4 straight pay-per-views. Probably, because we all know what's going to happen at the end. Probably not a good idea. And there's people like Drew that are, oh, well, she deserved it. It's like, but no, she doesn't. Like, she doesn't need. Like, she can do what what champions of the world are doing, right? Yeah. She can go down there, work with other people, put people over. She does not have to be the one putting the damn belt on every 5 seconds. She had more. She broke what Trisha's record, I think it was, after they literally had to bust their ass to even have matches in her first. Her first year. She'd win at the pay-per-view. She'd lose the next night on Raw. She'd win at the pay-per-view. She'd lose the next night on Raw. She'd win at the pay-per-view. Like, literally in 4 months, she had like 5 reigns. Like, for the love of Christ, how are you gonna know if anyone else can actually do it or what they're worth if you keep putting it on Charlotte all the time?
Agreed.
But I did find it hilarious that, she like flings the tabletop and gets DQ'd at the pay-per-view before, but then Charlotte just rams her leg into the stairs, just kicks the shit out of him. Perfectly fine. See you later. Bye. Like, I love the ridiculous continuity that there is between the two of those things.
Yeah.
Because there is no continuity between those things. So I was literally just trying to avoid talking about that level of, stupid is redundant. There you go, redundancy. Because they just do the same thing repeatedly, over and over again. And then if we move on to the tag title match, the one that actually got on the pay-per-view, not on the pre-show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it Amos looked better.
Yeah, I mean
he
did more than just, body slam.
Yeah, like it wasn't all big improvement, but from where he was, he'll
eventually, I think the more, and especially with the crowd, I think he'll start to blossom a little bit more.
And he's 90 feet tall. So, I mean, guess what? That makes all of that 1,000 times more awkward.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell do you do when you're like, 7 foot?
18? Well, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you're that tall and you're trying to do a body slam properly without trying to hurt someone, it's going to look a little awkward just because of the fact that he is that tall.
Because, you're doing it like about 2 feet higher than everyone else does it. And you still have to plant them properly to not, paralyze anybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looked better. I mean, it's what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
AJ got a hell of a pop, which was good.
Yep.
As expected. And I will say it's kind of disappointing, I'd say, I guess, that Alexa taking off that skirt got a bigger pop than like anything the Raiders got combined. Like it felt flat to me, to my ears. And I was actually paying attention because Peacock had not pissed me off yet. You could tell when Peacock pissed me off because suddenly I stopped writing anything for the night. I just sat there going, actually, I was standing and pacing. I think I sent you a video. I was just mad at the whole entire planet at that point. But yeah, and then I want to know also one thing. If you can answer this, because you have a big brain. What the hell did Kofi do to who does he keep pissing off that he literally gets titles just to go out there and get just the shit kicked out of him by Sasquatch guys?
That's what I kind of figured. What was going to happen because Booker ran his gums about. Well, it should be a squash match just for the simple fact.
Literally, his title reign. Everyone, it sucked. Well, all they did was feed him to Randy over and over and over. Like, he can only work with what they give him. And at that point, that's all they gave him.
Oh, correction. They can only work with who's there.
Well, at that point, though, when he had the reign, at least he was in front of people. I mean, and then Lesnar comes in, squashes him. Lashley just goes out there and gets massacred.
Yeah. Lesnar was because Fox.
Yeah,
That was Fox's fault. So,
but they still, what the hell did Kofi do to just get shit whipped for however the hell long that was? Like,
it's either that or eventually it's going to, fruition into them getting the tag titles back.
And my biggest takeaway from that match was the end of the match, because you could legit hear a pin drop. He wasn't getting cheered. He wasn't getting booed. He was standing there to nothing. You know what that means? WWE actually lost in that situation, because they turned off every single human. Like, there wasn't even a slight boo. There was just, everyone just sat on their hands. No one cared.
Yeah.
Like, the worst reaction you can get, I'm pretty sure, from what they all say, is nothing.
True.
Like, and then we all knew what was coming the next night, which made it, Kofi got murdered. We all knew Oldberg's coming back. Like, and like, I was sitting there going, here, let me turn my good ear. Yep, they're not.
How now?
Yeah,
how
like
now?
Nothing. Like, that was just, that was, I don't know, but oh damn, like nothing. Like nothing. Crickets. That means
I think it was the simple fact that they all knew it was coming and there was nothing to be excited about, which
they all knew it was coming. They all knew it was coming the next night. And no offense to them, but I mean, they didn't like they didn't need to drag it out that long. Like, the last 3 minutes of that didn't add anything.
No,
it just turned the volume up from boos to just, that's pretty much all anyone was doing, at least to my ears. I don't know. Like, again, I wasn't pissed yet. Thankfully, you skipped over, like, we already hit the Charlotte and Rhea, so we can go straight into me just pissed off, swearing incessantly. It was a good Money in the Bank match. They did give it to Big E, so
excited.
Wait and see when they pull the trigger on that. Because,
well, that's the thing. Like, everyone's thinking Lashley, and then with the post interview when he was with the New Day, it was one of those like WWE exclusive things that they do. He stood firm about saying that Roman is the man to beat. So
he is.
I hope they don't waste the cash in. I think Big E's going to hold it for a very long time, and at least until after Mania next year, because he'll still have some time after Mania if you think about it. Especially if, like, if the Rock and Reigns things happen, and maybe Roman does take some time off and let somebody else. Big E is going to be the edge of this era. When all those good guys, Rock, Austin, and everybody left, they found somebody in Edge, and I think that's where Big E is going to eventually get himself up to. I really thought when Edge first cashed in his Money in the Bank, and it had started with the first title ring, it wasn't as lengthy, but Adam proved himself. So I think. I think E at sometime in one point in his career will eventually have multiple reigns, and I think that might follow the same suit, which I think is good, because you give E the taste of it. Okay, this is the responsibility, and maybe he can handle it enough to go. I think Edge's first title reign was 3-4 weeks, not even a month, if I recall correctly. It was very short. So I think that's where. When these bigger, stars step down and, Big E, steps up, I think he'll be able to, especially when he has a rapport with the crowd already, and he already appeals to most of the fan base, which is kids. I think it'll be a little bit easier for him now that we have the live crowds again. So I've seen a difference in E when there's a live crowd, and it's only been, 1 or 2 nights, but he can really, really get it going.
Yeah. That was always his big thing.
Yeah,
he was the voice of the New Day. He got everyone going. Like, he has it. He's always had it. Can't believe it took this long to do like any of it. Like, 'cause that whole run while they were winning tag titles all the time, like, never let him have a singles anything in there, which would have worked. You know, I mean, the
Quick,
Xavier could have actually wrestled.
Speaking of a quick shout out to Dan Stevens. He did make a good point. That'd be kind of funny if they let him carry pancakes in the briefcase. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh dear God, no! We already had sandwiches in a lunchbox last year, which I do like a lunchbox, and I do like a good sandwich.
Yeah,
I just hated that whole thing. Like the second they start doing that, I just see it turning bad because I just have to, again, even though they did.
I'm pretty sure they can't hand out pancakes given, you know, all the craziness that has happened the last 2 years. I mean, for God's sake, Big E had him in a singlet and he was throwing them out there, and people were. I hope people weren't eating them, or at least maybe, you know, preserving them. I know if I caught a pancake from the New Day, I'd freeze it and keep it for the rest of my life.
And
or figure out some way to preserve it and then get it signed. You know, that'd be cool.
Whenever he does cash in, if he wins, his celebration will not beat Edge's. I mean, look what him and Lita did. I mean,
yeah,
never gonna beat that.
Yeah, I mean, quick shout out to that kind of stuff. If you get a chance, when Peacock does work, WWE
Good luck.
WWE rivalries, really good. I've watched all of them. And that one with Matt and Edge was really,
like they did a good job.
Yeah.
I watched all those when they first came out. It's been a while, so I should probably go back and see that. You know, when Peacock decides to grace us with its presence and actually works.
When Peacock decides to be Peacock and not just the other word without the P.
Well, I'm on a roll today. Cock. Amongst other things, I was calling it much worse words. Like the one match we all want to see, and here you are. Get it up. Yep, good times on them. They did ruin it. I mean, I didn't pick up until KO was, hobbling up the ladder and stunning people before he, did the usual KO crunch, kaboom, night, that thing. So I missed most of it.
The only thing during that match I was trying to make sense of, something about Houston that Pat McAfee was talking about when he did that springboard thing. Like he said it so quick. I had to go back and rewind a few times. I still don't understand what he said, but
it's Pat McAfee. No one does. I don't even think Pat McAfee does. I mean, he still hasn't seen John Cena.
Yeah, that was probably the best Pat McAfee moment. Besides the fact that he was dressed up in a cowboy outfit, minus the hat.
See, thank God he didn't have the hat though. He looked like an ass.
Yeah.
So even he knew. Nope, that's.
I mean, somebody in the front row there was definitely wearing a very big cowboy hat. That was.
Hey, it was good. It's it's so difficult,
Yeah.
Like, come on,
you tell
man.
them to be quiet, and they still don't listen.
Yeah.
But
on cue,
Edge and Reigns, man, that was it. We all wanted Edge to win. Don't get me wrong. It was a good match.
We all know it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, and Edge is, as much as I want to see him win a title again, and I think it might come near the end of his window.
He better get one.
He's telling good stories, and that's what he wanted to do when he came back. And he's doing a phenomenal job. No pun intended, AJ Styles. But he's doing just storyline wise. I mean, it's great.
He better get one.
Oh yeah.
He better get.
I am fully on board with that.
For how many reigns Lesnar got, where we literally saw him 3 times a year, or Goldberg getting one just for shits and giggles. Cena broke Punk's record, run on top just so him and Cena could have the damn belt. Yeah. They all said bye and walked away. Edge literally defended at WrestleMania and then had to drop it the next night.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure. Give the man a belt.
Yeah.
Give him it. Yeah. He's way more than earned it. And it set up him and Seth well. I mean, we all saw
Yeah, we
it
all knew.
coming.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen. So that got the thing off of that. You know, it got him moved over there. Roman, his big ass white teeth. And John Cena showed up. See, this is going to be there on Friday. Boom, show up on Sunday. See, didn't see that coming.
Couldn't see him.
Literally.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I understand he was going with the green and the yellow for Money in the Bank, but the first thing I thought of was John Deere and Ernest.
Hey, don't talk bad about Ernest P. Worrell. That man went to jail. He was scared stupid. He saved Christmas. I mean, what the hell didn't he do? Went to camp, I'm pretty sure, at one point. I mean, Ernest.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. And that meme was, don't worry, I took that picture and I sent it to many people, and we all had a very good laugh.
Well, that's good. At least something gave you some kind of joy.
But it set up good. They did a good job. I mean, again, like Money in the Bank compared to like everything that's happened since.
Yeah.
Like even with Peacock pissing me off, like I'll give that a solid. That's B plus A. Like it was a good show.
Yeah.
We had those
I'd give
moments
it-
of they actually pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
You know, like as I said, it's around, not A plus, but B plus A, somewhere right there, the 8, 9, it was that good. 8.5 or so, unless you're Dave Meltzer, you probably gave it like a 2.
Oh, it's all right. It's the fact that they have the crowds back. So I think it does make it a hell of a lot better.
No. And no, the shit that I have watched the last 2 nights. No. You know what? I learned a great phrase watching Bar Rescue. You know what Vince McMahon does to everything he puts his fingers on? He perpetuates his assness on everything. Everything. Please tell me how many moments were we unhappy with during Money in the Bank? How long did it take him to piss off everyone at least 4 times on Raw?
Yeah.
Just saying. And at first, when Cena was out there on Raw, I literally thought, I was like, what the hell's wrong with the feed now? Until I looked up and went, oh, he called him an asshole. Okay. Well, thank you for that 4-second delay. But they had enough time to just, what now? Like, yay. Like, it wasn't screwed. So that was cool. That bro off between him and Riddle, that was just.
Yeah. Bro.
Like, I don't know what the hell to even call that. Big one is I hope that with the crowd back, because people do like Riddle, they say that, Vince is even starting, hopefully that, helps give them the push finally to do something with him.
Yeah.
That'd be good. And America's Most Wanted. Like, for the love of God, please.
It is a pretty awesome shirt.
That just
I'd wear one.
Well, congratulations, Dick. You could wear it like when you get out of the gym and you take your sweatshirt off and your training mask, and it fits there. For the love of God. Or maybe it's just the Miz rolling around in his stupid ass wheelchair. Like he blew his knee out. I was like, yes. They'll finally let Morrison
with a bedazzled dripstick holder.
I'm like, they'll finally let Morrison get this. Nope. Now he's pushing Miz around in a wheelchair with dripsticks.
I think Morrison's in a comfortable, happy place. He's having fun.
He is, but give the man something. For the love of God. If he helped Miz get something just so he could get murdered, what else? I mean, he didn't look as bad as Kofi, so I guess there's that. When Lashley mauled him. But, America's Most Wanted. Again, good shirt, but for the love of God. Can we just send the Miz away somewhere? Let's make him go away. I feel bad. And they're having fun. They're doing their job. You can tell they're actually having fun. They are.
Yeah.
but pushing Miz around in a wheelchair. Like, for the love of God, please. God, if you're listening, let him have something besides just straight stupid. He deserves more than stupid. He deserves something for how long he's pretty much just been Mrs. Lackey. For well over a year now. Well over a year. Oh, and the Viking Raiders and AJ and Amos, I'm sure it's going to do something stupid so they could drag it on to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So they're having another shot next week, I believe. Or a shot to get a shot, whatever. I mean, they're having lots of, if you win, you get a shot. They're doing, that seems to be the new cool thing to do.
Everybody.
Like everybody, literally. If you win, then you get a shot. Again, like, it's like, why? Unless, like, Symphony of Destruction matches, can we stop those now? Like, I mean, the first one was great. Where, you know, you got, like, you know, the cello and Strowman's hands mauling Elias. Like, yay, it was.
Yeah,
like,
I don't get the
him.
whole.
Like, why do you
I
have
don't
to,
get the whole him and Jackson Riker thing.
why do we need to? Why? I just want to know why we have to have like a Symphony of Destruction match, literally like every 3 to 6 months. Like, it literally, it's like every time you turn around, they're having another one. It's like, why?
But how about that Jeff Hardy theme that everyone has been begging and pleading for? Thank you. It's about time.
I mean, I don't know why we just missed, you know, like Charlotte getting Becky chance again, which made me smile. Like, she had to stop to acknowledge it. Nia looked like she got
stuck her fingernail in an outlet.
And she's looked, and then, like, Reggie gets headbutted. Then he went, like, hell, at least I know the 24/7 thing is real. Like, I haven't seen that in forever. Like, you know.
We were right. Tozawa still had the title.
Yep. And then you forgot, like, Reggie sucks chant. That was good. Or here's one, bringing back Keith Lee, I'm pretty sure in his hometown, to have him get mauled. Yeah, how about that? Wonder who made that decision. Bring him back. The crowd will love it. Yeah, and they're going to get him massacred. Like, he built him up to be this big, like, thing.
That's what really like kind of perturbed me was there was no pop. They really could have built him up over the weeks, saying that he's coming back. That, I know you shouldn't do that because you should always have the element of surprise. But I think with Keith Lee's situation, they could have done it that way to build it up to a point where there would have been a bigger pop, because, like, there's nothing against Keith Lee, but, like, nobody knows his new theme song because, well, he used it during the Thunderdome era, so nobody knew who it was. You know, if they would have, like, used
Stop being such stingy shits.
Bask in My Glory and then go into his new theme, I think he probably would have got a bigger pop.
Like,
or just use his old theme in general. I think there would have been, like, no
one cared.
Yeah, like,
there's a lot of people in that building, to include Michelle McCool Taker and their daughter, holding up the, you know, my dad could, like, one side my mom could kill all of you, and the other side my dad could kill all of you. In fact, Taker could probably still take them all out, but I mean, she got a bigger pop on the internet than Keith Lee did, and everyone's wondering, what the hell is he doing? What the hell is he doing? What the hell is going on? Boom, nothing.
Yeah,
like, that was just bad. Like, it was just a bad vibe on Raw all night for me.
Yeah.
Hey, but we did get a good thing after that, where the camera was on Bobby's face as Goldberg's music hit, and they cut right after mother, and they cut it to Goldberg, and then they went back to him, and they still got an F-bomb right there coming out of his mouth. Like, see, you cut him off the first time, and you still got it the second time. Yeah. It's sad that Goldberg got that. Like, that's sad. Like, he's going to come back. It's going to last like 2.5, 3 minutes. It's going to be over. Bobby's going to win. And then we're not going to see Goldberg for months. Like, I don't get why he got such, I mean, it's still Goldberg, I guess. Like, you know, when you haven't seen wrestling in forever, I guess Goldberg still get a pop. Maybe people have forgiven.
And yet Raw still did not break 2 million.
Well, it's because we all knew what to expect. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Suddenly, hey, Karrion Kross is coming up. Like, oh, what the hell? So he comes back. The timing was all off because he's normally doing the fault. Yeah, they're normally and because he it was bad. There was no Scarlet.
Yeah.
And then
well, we knew that was coming because I believe from what I hear they're going to have Scarlet join the women's division somewhere.
But yeah, well,
on her own.
All he had was that entrance and her. I mean, he can wrestle. I'm not saying he can't wrestle. Like when he's in there one-on-one, his matches are still good. But the timing was all off on the entrance. There was no build or anything. And then this big indestructible monster got beat by Jeff Hardy with his feet on the ropes in about 2.5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, it was less than 3.
Yeah, like 2.5. At least Jeff had his old music back. Won all the world titles with that song. But like what in the hell did so we literally went straight from Keith Lee to what the hell with Kross.
Yeah, I think
that was just bad.
And I've read a few articles. I think it was either a message or a wake up call to Karrion to stay humble.
Or I don't know. Like it was just still what the hell was the point?
Yeah. Well, you saw that thing I shared. How do you yes, okay, Karrion is somewhat protected in NXT and was built up, and now no one's going to be able to look back and take him seriously now at this point. Or maybe or looking at it, maybe it was done to make people realize, okay, he can be beat, and whoever does take up the NXT title.
He's only had 16 matches. Guess what? He can be beat. Not even 16, I don't think.
Well, I'm just saying for when he continues his program, which we know is coming.
He's gonna come down, he's gonna beat the living dog shit out of Jeff. It's gonna be a waste of time, be a waste of effort, just like both title matches that night, by the way. August 21st, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. Half the night's going to be absolutely pointless because we already know it's going to happen in all the big matches. That's exciting. And in all my excitement over what the hell did they do with the two of them, because either way, I mean, they just took two of H's creations and just literally killed them within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 minutes because Shanky and his terrible singing got shit whipped by a lot of chairs from Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, which Mick Foley was not a fan of, by the way.
Hey, anyone that's going to be 17 feet tall, goofy looking as hell, the terrible singing voice, and it's Jinder Mahal. What the hell do you think those two are there for? To get shit whipped and take the beating for him, just like the Singh brothers.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for. They're going to get there. They're going to get mauled. And
yeah, pretty much Raw was when we try to do a review and we're just all over the place, kind of like we are tonight.
And and we can't forget, big one, God, please don't make Alexa job out for Eva. For the love of Christ. Don't.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, what? People actually kind of like you. We're going to kill you too, just for the sake of this talentless hack. If it wasn't for her ass, Eva Marie would be pointless. Hell, I don't even like that much. I think it's just a whole big waste of time, space, energy.
Well, that's the thing. That's going to be just like a repeat of Randall and one Mr. Wyatt at WrestleMania. It's going to be WrestleMania all over again. You might as well call it, WrestleMania rehash, female edition.
SummerSlam WrestleMania edition.
Yeah.
They love throwing WrestleMania editions of everything. Friday Night SmackDown WrestleMania edition. WrestleMania Backlash. I just loved it. It's dumb. It was pointless. Yeah. It was a terrible night. Everyone that tries to defend that night, you're dumb. The only good thing we got was Jeff getting his old music back. And personally, watching Shanky just get mauled, that's what you get for making me hear you sing.
And Nikki Ash cashing in.
Yeah, that happened. See, that's at the bottom there. I was getting to that. I was going to say, and that happening. The match was pointless. I mean, we all knew where it was going.
Yeah.
And sadly, I don't want to think about SummerSlam because them letting her hold on to it.
I don't know.
Wait and see. I don't know. Because again, we've seen people that were way farther over, like Edge, only last like 10 minutes after he cashed in. They're like, yeah, sorry, fella. Bye.
Yeah.
Right. She's over like Rover, but just with how they've booked her before, when she was over like Rover, the big names still got theirs, which is my only
Yeah.
concern. But it was a hell of a pop. Good for her.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
she should have got it against, Bailey like forever ago. Like way back before Alexa and Bray ever like forever ago. She should have had it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was good. And then, but otherwise, I mean, it really was just flat
Yeah.
for me. Like Cross was
No,
all
I mean,
fine,
just,
it was flat.
oh, that's the thing. Like,
Except for Shanky getting mauled. That was good.
yeah. I mean, yeah, once it all started with Keith Lee on down, it was, besides Jeff's theme, obviously, but
I was like, yeah, there it is. And then now like, oh shit, that just happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, wow, welcome to the main roster. Go yourself. Like, congratulations.
I'm surprised Sheik hasn't tweeted that.
Watch out. There's one thing the Sheik is good at. Just taking you in all those situations and telling you to go yourself. When it hurts deep down inside, like, to feel like giving up, go yourself. Like, well, thank you for that. You should be a motivational speaker.
Hey, it'd be a pretty inexpensive
Actually, knowing
speech.
him, I mean, price of admission would not add up to the price of how long it would take him just to be done. But it'd be hell, I'd pay the money. Just it would make me smile. I don't do that a lot lately. It's not my fault they got us so high with Money in the Bank and then just creamed it off in cliff. Because NXT, I mean, I don't know about you. I thought it was just, I mean, I was very happy to hear them pull out the doors. The end is near, because I haven't heard them use that song since I think like Armageddon 2000. Yeah, I still remember that long ago. I think it was Armageddon. It was one of the Armageddons. The end is near. Before some Hell in a Cell, maybe with all 6 guys. It was the hell of a song. And then, well, I mean, Frankie Monet wasted my time. She's terrible, by the way. She moves slow and awkward. Her strikes while she was in ground and pound were terrible.
Yeah.
That was kind of a waste of breath. How about you put her in something in the ring with someone that actually has a name and talent stuff? Oh, wait, because it would all come crashing down then.
Well, you can always put her with Mandy. Oh, and real quick, I don't know if you saw it. The reason why Mandy's down in NXT because Dana Brooke is pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's why.
Didn't you just meet? Damn, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read that on Tuesday.
It is kind of amazing if you think about it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all of a sudden they were, getting up in, Tamina and Natty's face, and then all of a sudden dropped off the face of the earth.
It's like, what's her name? Blondie.
Southern Belle, Lacey Evans.
Yeah, it's funny. She finally starts getting something pregnant. The man on the best run, we've seen a long time, Becky, pregnant. Dana Brooke, they finally start using you. Pregnant. Well, I don't know if you got to see a trend, but they have.
Yeah.
Let them keep you in catering. At least you won't get knocked up then. Even though that whole Ric Flair, Lacey Evans thing that needed to go away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. But Legato and Hit Row doing their, that was, in the ring it was good, but I just think it's going to be stupid. And sorry, it was dumb.
Yeah.
The Way, the Theory,
Awesome.
walking out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said there's been some rumblings about him coming back up the main roster, which they could really use. They could
I mean,
use him
hell,
in.
right, the way they're going right now. Please God,
Yeah.
get him. Why? You need people because you just let go
Yeah.
90% of the roster. I mean, like 24
Like
total people.
you could really, you know, if per se Sheamus were to, like, hypothetically, good idea. Sheamus drops the U.S. title to Humberto Carrillo. Theory comes up. They could really have a good back and forth as long as nobody gets hurt and knocked out. You know,